Hi everyone, Miss Michelle here. I am going to be doing some book talking today. I have been spending this school year book talking with fourth graders in Mrs. Killam's Senamocha Library, and I see each fourth grade class once a month, and I have been missing it a lot lately. So from the comforts of my home, I am going to be doing some book talking. Today I have 5 books to book talk. They are mostly upper elementary and middle school reading levels. So I'm going to book talk 5 today. I have 1 graphic novel, which I'm going to book talk first, and then the rest are chapter books. All right, so the first book I'm going to book talk is called Dear Justice League by Michael Northrup, and it's illustrated by Gustav Dirte. And it is a graphic novel about fans writing to different superheroes. As you can see, there's Wonder Woman, there is Superman, here's Superman. There are multiple superheroes, and so each chapter is dedicated to a superhero and a fan letter. So the first fan letter is to Superman, and it asks if he ever makes big mistakes. And let me tell you, Superman made a really big mistake. The questions are so funny and based from kids, you can tell. And it is a lot of fun. It is obviously a colored graphic novel. And it is based on many of the Justice League characters. I enjoyed this one very, very much. I will also say that Aquaman gets asked a very funny question about the way he smells. And I'm not going to tell you what they come up with, but it's really, really funny. So if you like graphic novels and you're really into superheroes and Justice League, this is going to be a graphic novel for you. The next book I'm going to book talk is called The Sasquatch Escape, and it's the first book in the Imaginary Veterinary book series, and it's by Suzanne Selfors. And this story is about a boy named Ben who is going to be staying with his grandfather for a little while. And he's not super excited about it. His grandfather's kind of old, and he's afraid that he's not going to have anything to do here. When he first gets to town, he sees a very strange animal in the sky, and he can't believe what he's seeing because he doesn't think it's real, and nobody else, well, his grandfather, and nobody else seems to have seen it. But he knows his grandfather didn't because they had a conversation about it. Until he meets this girl named Pearl Petal, and her family owns like a dollar store in the little town that his grandfather lives in, and he knows right away that she saw it too. I will say that Ben's adventures start right from there, and they don't stop until the very end. There are lots of imaginary creatures. He goes into the grocery store, and there's a man looking for things to make dragon's milk. I wonder what that's all about. It's a very fun book. If you are interested in supernatural animals of sorts, or things that people don't always believe in, this is a great one to start with, and it is the first in a series, so there will be many after this. This story is called The Hippo at the End of the Hall, and it's by Helen Cooper. And this story actually is also about a boy named Ben, and he lives with his mom, and his dad has died, and so it's just the two of them, and he gets an invitation to a museum, and it's the Guy Museum, and it has pictures of animals, and it's a very interesting place. And he talks to his mom about it a little bit, and she says, I thought that place has been closed for a very long time. but he goes and gives it a shot. And he happens to think that he may have been there before. When he gets there, he finds that it is a very weird place and has magic that he never knew existed. I will tell you that there is a bad character, an evil villain kind of character who is trying to kick them out of their apartment, and he's also working with a woman that's trying to take all the stuff out of the museum and get rid of the museum as well. I will tell you that there is a little bit of information that you learn about his dad that will surprise you and make you wonder from the start if maybe his mom might have known about this place all along. It has some talking animals and, like I said, lots of different kinds of magic. If you like fantasy and if you like a good mystery, this is the book for you. This book is called What Stars Are Made Of by Sarah Allen, and it's actually a brand new book. In fact, it hasn't even been covered yet. I grabbed it from the stacks at the library before it could even be put in. But this story is about a girl named Libby who is 12 years old, and she lives with her parents, and she has an older sister named Nani. That's not her real name, is Naomi, but she never could say it when she was little, so they call her Nani. And she has what they call Turner syndrome, which means that she's missing a chromosome. So that means that when you make a girl, she has 2 X's and chromosomes, and when you have a boy, they have an X and a Y chromosome. But for some reason, Libby only got 1 chromosome, and so she has what they call Turner syndrome. And it has affected her life a lot. She has been sick. She looks a little different. She has hearing problems, but she's a very smart girl. And so she is in school and has been given a classroom assignment to write about somebody in their textbook. And then at the end of the year, they're also supposed to write about, do a report on somebody that is not in their textbook. And so she has a famous scientist named Cecilia who she really, really likes a lot. And so she decides she's going to write about her. Lots of things happen in this story. She finds out that her sister is going to be moving home for a little while. That there's a contest that she wants to win, and all of this time she is thinking about the scientist named Cecilia, who she really, really, really likes a lot. It is a heartwarming story. It's a story that shows you that no matter the obstacles that you have, you try and you can succeed, and that even though it's hard to make friends, and it's hard to feel different sometimes, that it's okay if you are different. I really liked Libby's character a lot, and I enjoyed a lot of the science in this book. So if you're interested in science, this is a great book for you. It does talk about some things that are on a mature content, but it doesn't go into a lot of detail. It just gives you the scientific facts behind it. I just thought it was such a wonderful story, and I can't wait for more people to read it. And last but not least, a story called The Bookshop Girl. And The Bookshop Girl is by Sylvia Bishop, and it is illustrated by Polly Burnett. And it is a story about a girl named Property Jones. And Property Jones was left in a bookstore when she was 5 years old, and the owner's son, the bookstore's owner's son, put her in the lost property cabinet, hoping that somebody would find her. And when his mom realized that he had done that, she took her out and they put up signs and looked for her family, but her family never came back. So the Jones family adopted her. The Jones owned the bookstore and have kind of a hard life. They have a hard time paying bills. They are kind of cold. They don't get enough people sometimes, except if it's raining in their bookstore. But they come across this really amazing contest that they are going to try to win. In this book, you will meet Property, who is named after the cabinet that she was put in. And Nettie is the mom, and Michael is the brother. And you'll meet this really wonderful, crazy character named Mr. Montgomery, Albert Montgomery. And this book is in England. And so it's a little different, but very much the same from the books that you would read here. It's fairly short. It does have pictures. And if you've ever wondered what it would be like to go into a magic bookshop, this would be the book for you. The story is really warm. It has a little bit of a plot twist in it that will keep you wanting to find out what's going to happen. And the characters are worthy of liking for sure. So if you are interested in a shorter book that is about a sweet girl named Property, this would be the book for you. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. I will have more coming soon. I've been reading quite a bit lately, so hopefully we will see each other again soon. But until then, keep looking for my book talks. See you later. Bye, guys.